Gentlemen, ladies, folks of all ages, howdy. We're here to do a video, I'll drop the accent, a video that we've been planning on doing for years. I mean, probably 2 years, or a year and a half anyway. I finally got up the gumption and the time and the energy to get the stuff together. I was going to call this a retrospective, but I think in order for something to be a retrospective, you have to do an overview of everything, and I'm missing a couple of the games. I did order one of them. I was talking about it in the last video about how I didn't own 2 of them. I ordered one because it was probably about half the price I've seen it any other time I've seen it for sale complete. And I actually shot him a bid and got $3 or $4 knocked off. So really, I think I got a pretty good deal on it, and I'll explain what one of them it is here in a second. The other one I want, because if I get the last one, I'll have all 9 games on original disc. Although I don't have the original boxes for one of them, which was a collection of 3 of them actually. So let's get this going. This hat sucks ass, so I'm going to take it off. I just thought it'd be funny to start the video with it. But what we're talking about today, folks, is something that has existed forever, and it still, to this day, carries over into video games. And I've always thought it was a niche thing that you know, it was a novelty item. It was more of an arcade throwback than anything back in the day. And we're talking about the game gun games. I'm mainly going to talk about the 3DO, but you know, most systems over the years have had a gun or zapper or something to that effect. I forget what Sega called theirs. It had some name like Phaser or something. I don't know. I mean, even I remember as a kid the laser tag and all that stuff. Those weren't even video games. But anyway, the game gun. This game gun here. When I started collecting 3DO, one of the things that I was really interested in is getting a wide variety of stuff. And as I was buying things, I bought a couple of games that you could use the gun on, but you don't have to. And then Mitch, I still can't say that. Mitch Hall sent me, I don't remember if we did a trade or he just outright sent it to me, but he sent me some games. And one of these is one that I've done a gameplay on, but I didn't have the gun at the time. And I think it was after I did that gameplay, I was like, I'm not going to do any more of these gun games until I have the gun. Well, this baby was expensive as shit. I don't even know what it's going for now. I remember looking for one, and it was like online they were going for over $100 loose and stuff like that. And I remember one time I watched a video of Mike Gartner's. Shout out to Mike Gartner from back in the day. He went to an estate sale or something, and he said he got one for little or nothing. And I was so jealous because I'd been wanting one for so long. And every time I went to vintage stock, I would look at different thrift stores and stuff. And a couple times I ran across some different guns. And one of them was orange. It actually is a game gun, but it wasn't for the 3DO. It was for the Sega CD. And I picked it up thinking, well, maybe it'll work on the 3DO. Well, it doesn't, because the 3DO actually has a metal, there's metal around the inside of where you plug in the controller, because when you daisy chain them together, a current has to pass through the wires or something, I don't know. So this one didn't have the metal around it, so I knew that, I'm opening up the wrong end of the box, darn it. I knew that I didn't have the 3DO one. And so, you know, months go by, this and that, you tick things off, you pick up some of your Holy Grail items. You may remember the video I did where I was talking about what do you do after you pick up your Holy Grail items. So I think that was shortly after I had gotten this gun. And just so happened I went into vintage stock. It was one out in Blue Springs. Most of the time when I'm hunting around for stuff as solo, I have went a couple times with Cousin Joe out to thrift stores and stuff looking around. But I went into Vintage Stock. It might have even been on one of their buy two get one on used merch deals. And I'm looking around and I was looking at games and stuff, and I glanced over at their cabinet because sometimes they keep the more coveted games and equipment and stuff in their cabinet. Well, I glance over, and I see this bad boy in the case, and I'm like, God damn, I wonder what they want for that, you know. But it's the only time I'd ever seen one, and it was in the box, so I almost pretty much had my mind made up before I even saw the price on the mother that I was going to get it. And I walked up there, and I looked, and I was thinking it was going to be like $79.99 or some shit. But, to tell you the truth, it would have been cheaper than what I was seeing it online for at that time. But for some goddamn reason, they had this sucker in the case, and I believe, I might be wrong, maybe the receipts, no, I kept the receipt, and I saw it somewhere. I know how much it was. It was $24.99. It was only $25. And maybe it's because they didn't have any other 3DO shit in the store, and they figured nobody'd want it, or whatever. They had it marked for $24.99, and so I picked it up, and I got it in the box for $25. This is one of the best deals I've ever gotten on anything. Along with, well, I've gotten deals. You have seen the deals over the years that I've gotten. I have been extremely fortunate with some stuff. Like the, when I picked up the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Halloween Atari 2600 carts at the Lee Summit Vintage Stock for $1.99 a piece, you know. I mean, stuff like that just has fallen into my lap over the years. So I've always felt really fortunate, and I've always had a good hunting ground. And, you know, nowadays it's not the same, and you go on the internet and stuff and you can buy things, but, you know, who knows, you know, what you're going to find or where you're going to find it or when, you know. One thing that I've never really done, and it's just part of my nature, is I've never really gone to garage sales. And there's just something about going up on somebody else's property and looking through shit and being around these people and haggling with people and stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's because that introvert in me. I don't know the people, so it feels weird and this and that. So a lot of times I don't go to garage sales, but I think that might be the last bastion of stuff out there that's kind of in the wild where you're going to get a decent deal. And I might but start to go to garage sales because of that. But anyway, the game gun for the 3DO that is by American Laser Games. And they have 5 of the games here on the back of the box, and 2 of them are ones that I don't own. So we're going to pull the gun out real quick out of the box without messing the box up. To tell you the truth, I've never hooked this sucker up, so I really hope it works. I really do. Here it is, and it has the sticker still on it that say American Laser Games Game Gun, which I am going to leave, and a 3DO sticker. So it's definitely a 3DO controller. See, it has our little metal around the tip. This one you can't daisy chain, so evidently you can control whatever's going on the screen with this, because there's only one controller port on a 3DO. So has a metal, actually the trigger is metal, which is kind of strange. I haven't taken it out in a long time. I didn't know it was this flat orange color per se. So that's pretty dang cool. It actually looks really nice. Like I said, I hadn't taken it out of the box. Trying to see. There's no, well, wait a second. I was going to say there's no instructions or anything, but there is something down in there. What is this? Like you need instructions. I mean, I guess this is the instructions. Unplug the gun from player and plug in control pad. Press the start button. Use the cursor to calibrate. Unplug the control pad for the player and plug in the gun. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when we get in there. Um, oh my God, you could order the games from American Laser Games directly. I doubt this is still worth or in business. 1, 2, 3, 4. A couple of these games they didn't make. I mean, there's one called VR Stalker on here, which they didn't make. The game gun on this thing, if you ordered it off this, was $54.95 at the time. They got a few of the games here, and we'll go through the games over here, and then we'll tell you what the price is on this little list. And then there's a reg card and a warranty thing. Pretty cool. So anyway, I'll start with the one I don't have in the box, but I have original discs for, and that would be the Gunslinger Collection. Now, the Gunslinger Collection did come in a long box. It actually has these 3 titles on it. It has Mad Dog McCree 1, 2, and actually Mad Dog is just called Mad Dog 2, and then Crime Patrol. And those are 3 of the American Laser games that are on the back of the box. Here's the instructions. It did have the instructions, and the discs are all original. And then I made this case art for this, which I think came out pretty nice. But, you know, it's not original packaging. And that's the only thing that I'm kind of bummed out about. And I'm, you know, the completist in me, I'm kind of like, well, there's only 9 games. And I'll have 5 of them in the original long boxes after the one comes in the mail. And then there'll be one other one that I'm still really looking for, and then we'll think about getting the other 3. So there's 3 games here. 2 of them are Old Westy, Mad Dog McCree, and then Crime Patrol, I think, is like a city streets kind of deal. It says in the back, multi-level action thriller where the player progresses through the game in the police ranks. So yeah, your Crime Patrol's that. Mad Dog McCree, there's Trouble in Old Tuscan, and then, you know, there's 2 or 3. And it was a game that they didn't release. It's on the inside of a couple of these, and I'll show that as well. Let's get rolling, or I'm going to run out of time. This one's called The Last Bounty Hunter. Now, I had to look online to see how many games actually were made that utilize the game gun, because most of them are American Laser games. Most of them are American Laser games. That's tricky to say, but not all of them. There are a couple that aren't. Here we have the instructions, which are supposed to be up at the top, not the bottom. Some more of these reg card and order card instructions. This looks kind of Old Westy as well, and the game. As a bounty hunter, you'll be equipped with a 6-shooter and a shotgun. Careful of the gunfighters that protect the 4 outlaws that are renowned for their fast draw. This is one of the games that they didn't ever release that's on the inside. It's called Shootout at Old Tuscan. That was never released on the 3DO anyway. I don't know if it was ever released for the PC. And then the one we ordered that I don't have, and I'll go ahead and show it, is Space Pirates. But we got a good deal on it. We got it for $26. And normally I've seen it going for $50 or $60 complete. And they wanted $30 for it with free shipping on eBay. And I shot them a 26 with free shipping, and they were like, all right. So I do have Space Pirates, and maybe someday we'll play that one now that I've got the setup the way I want it. But Space Pirates, and then the other one that I don't have is, I'll go ahead and show it on here, is this Who Shot Johnny Rock. That's the only other one. And I do have Who Shot Johnny Rock for the Sega CD, but I don't have it for the 3DO. And we're going to keep an eye out for it. I saw one online on eBay for $35 that's complete, but I was going to shoot him a bid for like $25 because it didn't look like a lot of people were wanting it. But so they had some stipulation why I couldn't bid on it. I don't remember what it was. Maybe it's because I didn't have my PayPal account linked to it or whatever, and I was just like, screw it, I don't care. But let's roll through these other ones real quick. This is the one that Mitch sent me. It's called Drug Wars, and we played this once, but we didn't have the gun, so we sucked pretty bad at it. So we're going to check it out again. Here's one that we got for free at the Belton store because it wasn't logged into their computer, and the guy was too lazy to want to enter it into their system. So he said, hey, if you don't say nothing, I won't say nothing, and you can have it. And I said, all right. You know, who am I to say no to something like that? So we got our instruction book, our game, and our DP digital picture sleeve. And we got another one of these tattoos. Tattoo for digital pictures. I think there was one in the Road Rash box. And I've never played this game with the game gun, but it says you can online, and I think I read somewhere you can. It doesn't really say, but I know it says you can, so we'll see. And the last one is this Demolition Man, this one from Sylvester Stallone. I don't know if the whole game is shooting or not. We're complete. I think I paid about, 15 to 20 for it. American Laser Game Gun compatible. This one says it on the back of the box. Let's see what this one says. Full motion interactive. I'm just seeing if I don't see it anywhere. I don't know what Insta Switch is. It doesn't really say. We might check this one out first, just to see right off the bat if it works or not. So these are the games. So we've shot the shit here for I don't know how long. So now we're gonna shoot some shit. But the prices that they have on here are, I don't know. We've got they're not selling Crime Patrol or Space Pirates or Drug Wars, I don't think, because they weren't even out yet. Basically, Who Shot Johnny Rock and Mad Dog McCree 1 and 2, and they wanted $65 for the Mad Dog McCrees and $55 for... No, actually, all the games are $65. The gun was only $55, so there we go. So, all right. Let's do this. I think I'm going to try to shoot two cameras at the same time. I've never tried this before, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to edit it together. I'm going to try using my phone and the other cam and shoot at the same time, and maybe put me down in the corner or something, if I can do that. I've never even tried doing that. It's a little showy, but we'll do it for this video. So let's roll into the other room where I got everything set up, and we'll get started. All right, folks, we got the game room, such as it is, set up. I had to clean out the spare bedroom in order to utilize this television, this old CRT television, because it's the only way you can play these old gun games. So we're gonna shoot some Corpse Killer first. I did stick it in. It does come up on the screen. And you'll see how it works here in just a second. So let's get it started. I gotta do some slight camera work here. I don't know how much we're losing off the top. Let's pull back a little bit. That's what she said. Let's see. These can't tell how much of the fucking... There we go. Alright, let's get this shit rolling.
You dying, Lieutenant. Zombie bite got the poison in you. Winston Crown. Yeah, man. Hey, bro, like your peace, man. Yeah. We can party some now, huh? I not so dumb, bro. Not too bad, man. I don't with that shooting iron, huh? Me tell you what. Yeah, if you get treasure here, if you're taxi, you're living, man. You wanna get big, a hammer cheap like what Arnold got in Hollywood, huh?
Alright, we're coming up on it. Oh, you can't see shit if I turn the light off.
Welcome, wagon. Light 'em up.
Alright. Now the cursor kind of just moves when I shoot. See how that is? It's a little tricky because it doesn't track across the screen. I think you have unlimited bullets, so I might as well just fire away. Come on, where my zombies at? There's one. It's not too bad. I wish the cursor tracked toward the guys when I moved the gun. That'd be motion sensitive though. I think it does with the controller. It slides. You know, you have to do it with the directional pad, so it kind of slides around.
Yeah, man. Lots of buzzard meat.
Watch out, Winston.
Hey!
You missed one.
I'm not dead.
Pity.
Hi, Julie Barnes.
I'm going to skip some of this so we can see the actual...
This woman is evil business, bruh. She got you.
This is just kind of a checking them out kind of deal.
The Pentagon ordered its top search and destroy squad into this squalid little hellhole.
Him not just tooly guy. Him just pulled the trigger.
Cool toy. I bet you know how to turn it on. I bet you know how to do a lot of things. What do you know about this guy, Lieutenant? Necrobiologist Dr. Elgin Hellman, the backroom darling of the Pentagon and the White House. I figure they set him up on a hush-hush project on haywire, and you're the exterminator. I'm right, aren't I?
What's that guy's name? He was in Death to Smoochie. He's in a bunch of movies, but he was in Death to Smoochie. He was like Buggy something. I forget his name. I just remember he has this line in the movie where he goes, "Excuse me if I smell like piss." You know how it is. Come on. Let's do this. I got my hand like, you know, like I'm some kind of professional fucking... No. Oh, grenade. It's a little tricky, and there's no like gun sound when you fire either. Well, sometimes there is. That time there wasn't though. I don't know if this is one of those deals where I have to... You have to utilize the controller for some of it. There he is.
Perhaps
This guy died a little while back.
these 4 pieces of human jerky over here.
I never got very far in this game. Alright, jerky.
The cut killers are coming, bruh. Them swarming. You can smell them. Atomic Peel.
We'll go through one more fight, and then we'll switch it up to a different game. It's basically like different backgrounds, same stuff. That other one, they were chucking skulls and grenades and shit at me. The RoboCop gun, it like shoots. See, pulse bursts. I need to do that. If you hold down the trigger, it fires like 4 or 5 shots at once. Come on. Is that it?
Got it. You okay?
I thought she was taking a piss.
I got the tour plan for Antidote.
I like Winston. Oh yeah.
Can't afford to lose you, Rosterman.
That gun didn't make that fucking cannon sound. All right, let's switch it up here. I don't even remember what the fuck is this? I don't even remember that. Let's see, we'll take this.
Your notions of death are all backwards, Lieutenant.
Yeah, he's going on. Let's pop it. Check out something else. Let's go to the Drug Wars since we played that once before. Drug Wars was complete too, by the way. I don't think I showed that it had the instructions and stuff, but it do. All right. I gotta watch my time on this too. 8 minutes. We got about another 10 or 15. Might do the Demolition Man next and leave all the Old Westies for the end. Well, Crime Patrol's not Old West, but... Loading. I love the old loading. Oh yeah, like yesterday.
Hey, tough guy! Are you looking for me?
Are you looking for me?
Come a little closer. I am Lopez. Lopez, the narcotics king. Take a look around.
He's the narcotics king. I've been wondering who was. Oh, gotta do it with the controller again. Let's see here. There we go. How do you reload?
Welcome to Sierra County. Now, drugs are something we just don't abide down these parts.
The lip sync is off.
You got 6 years. We say you pick an assignment. You need to kick a little butt.
The director says, take some target practice.
Turn in your badge, boy. You shot an innocent.
Shot an innocent? How do I reload? There we go.
They're dealing dope in this bar. What do you say we buy these guys a 6-pack?
I'll buy him a 6-pack. Ah! Shot the innocent chick again. I forget they keep throwing me.
Badge, boy. You shot an innocent.
Oh, goddamn. Let's do this again.
They're dealing dope in this bar. What do you say we buy these guys a 6-pack?
You're dead. That's not good, is it?
Man, I am sucking ass here. Hold on. We don't need to make it harder. Okay. Alright.
Welcome to Sierra County. Now, drugs are something we just don't abide down these parts. I see you got your 6-shooter.
I don't think I'm any better with this gun than I was with the friggin' controller.
Kick a little butt. They're dealing dope in this bar. What do you say we buy these guys?
I'm like...
Hey, no! Sorry, partner. You just don't know beans without shooting.
It's because when I shoot at him, it's firing off in a different direction. Not unless I'm pulling as I'm shooting. Got him that time.
Hey, no!
Now, where'd you get your shooting license? In a cereal box?
Why does it jump out of the thing every single time?
They're dealing dope in this bar. What do you say we buy these guys a 6-pack?
The target was right on him. You had to have seen that. Oh, fuck that. That target was dead center on that motherfucker when I shot him, and it still didn't count. I'll choose a different one this time. This is the last one. We'll try a different.
Sierra County. Now, drugs are something we just don't abide down these parts. I see you got your 6-shooter.
Come on, Chatty.
You need to kick a little butt. In Sierra County, fast wheels mean drug deals. I know. I'll chase them. You waste them.
Maybe.
Down here, we just go shooting like that. Bad.
Bad? The fucking target was on the guy. What are you talking about?
In Sierra County, fast wheels mean drug deals. I know. I'll chase them. You waste them.
The hit detection is real picky on this thing. Look at that.
You just don't know beans without shooting.
I don't know beans. Well, fuck you. That was ridiculous. You can see right there. I fired 5 shots at the motherfucker. That was like Pulp Fiction when the dude runs out of the fucking bathroom. It cranks off about 10 shots and doesn't hit shit. This was divine intervention. That sucked. Alright, Demolition Man. I think I was better with the controller. I don't even know if I've ever even stuck this in. How much time do we have? Time is always against us. I don't know, man. That was horrible. I even did the calibrate thing. I got sick of listening to that guy talking and saying the same thing over and over. It wouldn't let me skip that. Let's watch a little of this. 1996. It's not letting me skip this with the gun. I don't know if it would if I click the button. Send a maniac to catch one. I haven't watched Demolition Man in a while. It's one of those movies that's so bad it's good. This almost looks like they shot footage of Stallone. I do pull to the left a little bit. This is a little easier. That drug patrol, oh, that drug horse was so picky. How do I get more bullets? Oh, there we go. Got me. This isn't too bad. I need to shoot him quicker so I'm not getting hit. Come on, Rambo. I am not very steady-handed here. Hey, hold up. The gun's firing like way left of where I'm aiming it. I thought it was just me, but it ain't. It's like firing way off to the one side. There's got to be a way to calibrate this better. Oh, come on. Is there a way to do a calibration on this?
How'd you get that 500 holes in your face? Learning to eat with a fork?
I thought I was going to be hot shit, but I don't know. It seemed like it was pulling to the left. Either that or I'm pulling to the left really bad. I need to look real quick. I need to look and see if there's a way to do a calibration. Alright, folks, so I did a bit of a reading and I figured out there is a calibration. I tried to do the calibration on Demolition Man and it just kept freezing the game, so we're going to check it on this one. It's an actual American Laser Games game, so we'll see what happens. Okay. Doesn't look too complicated.
Say, I bet you're that famous bounty hunter the whole town's a buzzing about, huh?
Maybe.
So you're gonna take on those 4...
I'm left-handed, by the way.
Well, you got guts.
Gave up being a lawyer, became a killer. Figured I'd get into a more respectable line of work. I'm handsome Harry. Hey, look at me. I'm way too good looking for jail.
They call me Nasty Dad. Like robbing and killing was something to be ashamed of. You know, I killed more than 50 bounty hunters just like you before I even knew it was against the law.
Then, of course, there's El Loco. Crazy like a fox and twice as smart.
In this cantina, the tequila always comes with a little drop.
I've never watched this, so I'm letting it play.
Last and certainly least, there's the Cactus Kid.
Bounty hunter, I got knock reserve right here. With your name on it. How do you spell? Stupid.
On the side of everything that's good and decent is my hero, General Clinton Briggs.
You're the new bounty hunter, right? Well, come on, use that gun.
Well, you big enough for the job? That's so. Because you got that brave look in your eye that says you ain't afraid of nothing.
Lip syncs off on this one, too.
That's good. Because there's plenty to be afraid of with them 4 villains.
Said there's supposed to be a calibration thing that comes up. Or that you can shoot at. I might have to click this button, I'm not sure. Here's what it says. There's this little bitty ass button right here on the side that doesn't even look like a button. And it says, the option button is located on the upper left side of the controller at a distance of about 4 feet. That's about how far back I am. Shoot at the calibration option on the menu screen. There it is down there. Then I click the button, aim, and fire. No, I'm not happy with that. No. It's pulling way to the right. Shoot target in the center. Practice. Press the gun button to recalibrate. No, that was close, but not it. No. That's pretty good right there. I think that's about as good as we're going to get. Alright. You know we better leave it on easy. Alright. I was never good at these kind of games anyway.
Alright. Well, come on, use that gun.
On who? I still feel like it's pulling slightly. Ran out of bullets. I forgot to reload.
Our layaway plan?
That's kind of funny. Let's go after Nasty Dan. Oh, wait. I shot him, dude.
I never practiced. You need to.
Tell me I didn't hit that guy just then. I guess you just gotta crank off a shitload of bullets.
I can't do nothing for you unless you're willing to pay.
Maybe I need to be like friggin' 2 feet away from the screen.
right? Well, come on. Use that gun.
We're gonna try. I always forget to reload.
Don't mind telling you, there's been other bounty hunters before you, some of them pretty good, too. But I can't do it alone. We need a bounty hunter like you to rid the territory of these four vicious outlaws and their gangs. But you know what to do. Pick an outlaw and move out. Dismissed.
What you want, bounty hunter? Forget health insurance. What you need is death benefits. What you want, bounty hunter?
Good thing you're a lousy shot, or we'd have never met.
What you want, bounty hunter?
I want a gun that fires in the right fucking direction. Well, that's enough of that. Let's go to the next thing. This is an awesome video, isn't it? I guess you're getting to see some of the games anyway. I calibrated it. I thought it was firing in the right direction, but it just seems like it's not. It's way more sensitive than. It's like you got to be right on it. I'm firing at the guy's knee and shit and hitting him, and he's like, it doesn't even hurt the guy unless you hit him like dead center. Mad Dog McCree. Boy, howdy. I'm like 2 feet away from the screen. I think the one I had the best luck with was Corpse Killer. I think I've gone downhill. It's gotten worse and worse the longer I've been going. Come on.
It's in the air. It's an ill wind that blows no good. Mad Dog McCree and his band of cutthroats are riding into town. Folks here are plumb scared to death. Town's deserted. Even a tumbleweed doesn't dare blow across the streets today. Because these hombres are mean, vicious, with guns. I'm sure we got a sheriff. What we need's a gunslinger. You handle yourself, Pilgrim? You, swale...
No, I can't handle myself.
That'd be tricky. But we'd be forever beholden to you. We're simple folk. Oh, but the mayor's daughter, you lay your eyes on her, you see what I mean. She'd be worth taking a chance for.
Well, let's see her.
Hi, you're new around these parts. You heading into my daddy's town? He's the mayor. Well, if you are,
It's not really my
take
type.
some target practice first. There's a mean bunch that showed up, and I'm scared. Well, you best set your sights. I'll see you back in town.
Set my sights, you mean like calibrate? Come on, what did I just click? Evidently I couldn't fire at the calibrate thing. Oh, it's starting over again? Come on. I better put it like right up on the fucking screen. And I didn't even click it. There we go. All right. Bottles.
Let's see what kind of a shot you are, Pilgrim. Take a crack at this bottle.
Let's see.
Nice shooting.
It broke when I wasn't even shooting at it. You telling me that didn't hit? Boy, that was delayed.
Nice shooting. Try another one. You missed that one.
Bullshit. You gotta be like dead fucking center. Now what am I shooting at?
You missed that one.
Missed what? And that time I didn't hit it and it exploded.
Stranger! Howdy, stranger. We need your help. Mad Dog McCree's gang is taking over the town. The mayor and his daughter have been taken hostage out to Mad Dog's hideout. Sheriff, he's locked up in jail. We're going to have to get him out to help with the gang. Can you help?
Maybe.
Good. One more important thing. Hey, old codger, don't tell him a thing. Ow!
They shot the old codger. Oh yeah. That's acting there. Sheriff's office, saloon. Let's go to the saloon. I was all up on that guy.
You better work on your sharpshooting, stranger. You only got 2 lives left.
Yeah. I'm a side shoot. Where you at, motherfucker?
Be careful, that's Mad Dog's boys over there.
Which one of them?
Looking at my keys, stranger? You wouldn't be trying to get the sheriff out of jail now, would you?
Maybe.
Jocko! Show him what we did in trouble.
You better get lucky, or you're going to be dead.
I honestly don't know how much more lucky I can get.
Jocko! Show him what we did in trouble.
Looks like this good old boy has seen his last gunfight. Time to take him to Boot Hill.
Boot Hill, huh? Well, fuck that.
Tough enough to take on Mad Dog? Prove it to me. That man is the scourge of the territory. Why, to beat Mad Dog to the Spanish treasure, you'll have to take on renegade Indians. Bandidos, you know. And Mad Dog's sleazy crew. You think you can beat that crazy killer to the Spanish treasure? I ain't ready to dynamite the whole of Superstition Mountain to get at that gold. He's well armed, stranger. Bear that in mind. Mad Dog's back. It ain't gonna be easy. You're gonna need a guide to get you to the treasure. Pick anyone. Buckskin Bunny.
You wanna play? Let's go.
She can get you into trouble, stranger. But she can lead you through the bad life. The professor. He's something of a gambling quack. His way's not always the straight way, but he's got an ace or two up his sleeve. He'll get you to the treasure. Shooting beaver. Very dangerous. Now that Indian knows a shortcut through renegade country. You save his neck, he'll save yours. You think you're man enough to ride shotgun with me? Get up here. Stranger, and welcome aboard. We're going to do a little target practice here to get you started. Hey, can you hit that dynamite?
What dynamite?
Through that one. Shoot that skull. It's strong medicine. You missed it. Put a bullet in that sign. Oh! Looks like that prospector ran into a porcupine, one with feathers. Stranger. This is the map to the gold. The Padre has the other half. Watch out for Mad Dog. Welcome to Boot Hill.
Well, I didn't know you were gonna fucking fire at me, right?
Prospector ran into a porcupine, one with feathers. Stranger. This is the map to the gold. The Padre has the other half. Watch out for Mad Dog.
Okay, I fired 6 shots at that motherfucker in the horse trough. didn't hit that motherfucker. Oh well.
Trim you up a bit, we'll make you fit.
We'll trim you up a bit. Fuck you. I'm starting to get annoyed because the targeting, it has to be like dead fucking center on all these. We got one left. Calibration, I'm firing at the calibration thing. It's like 3 inches to the right when I hit the bullseye, but then I hit calibrate and it doesn't do it really doesn't do anything. Very annoying. Well, yeah. Stay tuned. Come on.
Let's kick some butt.
Welcome to Undercover.
You gotta be tough to be on this team, partner.
Welcome to Delta Force.
I don't think it's the gun, though, that's the problem. I think it's just, it could be the TV, it could be everything all together, just that it's not very accurate, or it needs to be, like, dead on, or it doesn't. You saw some of those. I hit the guy, and it didn't count. I don't know whether it's because it's so damn delayed. Why do I gotta watch that again? Okay.
Shoot to choose a location.
We're at that gang fight location. Will advise. You'll never make it to undercover.
Not when my gun fires three direct.
Your history, partner.
Shoot to choose a
1057, on robbery at that location. 10-4. Too bad you're out. I was beginning to like you, pal.
Shoot.
1050.
Oh.
I think you could have been somebody.
No, I shot you instead.
Choose a location.
Are you up? Don't shoot me!
What's that shit?
Shoot to choose a location.
That's fucking bullshit.
Too bad you're out. I was beginning to like you, pal.
See what I'm talking about? So that is the game gun. All right, folks. So anyway, I thought I'd do some closing thoughts on the gun and the games and stuff. The games are interesting. I love that motion video style and stuff, but I think there's a number of factors going on as to why the guns seem to be way off. One that's most important is I'm a horrible fucking shot, but I think there are a number of factors involved. One being the TV I'm playing on has some like discoloration in parts of the screen. I don't know if that affects it. Plus, I'm shaky as shit when I'm firing. I'm like, so, you know. Plus, even though it's got this little bitty calibration button here, and you can do the calibrate thing, it looked like I have the barrel like lined up directly at the bullseye and click it, and the thing would be like 3 inches to the right, you know, and I just don't know what you can do about that. It seemed like it was almost easier if I shot holding the gun sideways than up and down like this, which is weird because this is not correct at all to fire a gun. You know, you're supposed to hold it like this, not like this, like they do in the movies, but it was actually easier to shoot like that. I don't think, in saying that, I don't think there's anything wrong with this gun. It just could be the age of the game. Plus, it seemed like you had to be dead on. There were times when I shot the guy, and I just don't know if it was because he had already hit me, and it's just so delayed that it didn't immediately show that I was hit. And I'm firing, because I swear I hit some of those people dead center, and it didn't register it as a hit. So maybe there's a nuance to playing it, you know, knowing that delay and this and that, because it's like, I don't know. I guess you just had to play it over and over again to really. It almost seemed like it would be easier to me to play some of those games, not all of them, but some of them with a controller. And part of that is because the cursor doesn't, you saw that the cursor doesn't drag, it's not motion sensitive, so you're not seeing the cursor moving where you're aiming the gun like a laser sight or something, which I don't know if nowadays, you know, on gun games, I know they still make them here and there for the Wii and different systems, probably still utilize the a gun type of thing, I don't know if it motion tracks on the screen. That would be a hell of a lot easier if I could just pull the cursor, drag the cursor across, and hit what I wanted. I think you can do that with the controller because the way you have to move it so you do see it drag. But I don't know. So anyway, I thought it was interesting. I thought it was cool to check out all the games and see some of the intros. I hadn't watched some of those. I do have Space Pirates on order, which looked a lot like Ground Zero Texas for the Sega CD, if you'll remember that one. You know, we might check out the Sega CD, some of the games for the gun, and I think I'm going to try the Zapper, the Nintendo Zapper as well. And we'll do some more guns and watch how horrible I am at shooting. Part of that I said is because I think I'm just like getting old and I'm getting shaky and shit. And I'm trying to steady it with both hands. And even when I did that, it seemed like the calibration was slightly to the right, like I would be aiming dead on, but it would fire, you know, off over this way. So it just seemed like it didn't want to calibrate dead center. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. This is a long-ass video. Thanks for sticking through it and watching it. And you might have watched it in pieces, you know, because of the way it is. So, anyway, I appreciate it. We'll try to do some more guns, gameplay. I'm going to sign off. Thanks for coming by and checking out the game gun. And we'll do some more videos in the future. Thanks. Bye.
This was divine intervention. You know what divine intervention is?
I think so. That means that God came down from heaven and stopped the bullets?
That's right. That's exactly what it means. God came down from heaven and stopped these motherfucking bullets.